That sound will never get old. What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a review on something I'm super pumped up about and super excited about. If you saw the thumbnail, you already know what it is. It's the brand new, cheapest DC reel you can get on the market. Being a guy that doesn't like to spend lots and lots of money on my reels, I like to get my best bang for the buck. We're going to be putting this guy to the test today. Here it is, everybody. It's the SLX DC reel by Shimano. It's a 150 HG, 7.2 gear ratio on it. I believe you can get a 6.4 and a 8.2. I went with the 7.2 just for an all-around kind of purpose reel. But before we get started on this bad boy, please like and subscribe. I'm appreciating all the love that we've been getting lately. It means so much to me, guys. Thank you so much. Without further ado, here it goes. Let's cast her out there. Oh, that was nice. Gotta love that sound. Bye-bye. First couple casts of this beauty right here. I'll tell you right now, I am just absolutely whipping it out there into the wind and no backlashes. I barely have to thumb the spool. It just keeps going. A little bit of line kind of jumps up as you're going. You get a little nervous at first and then you're like, oh, and then it kind of straightens itself out. I had that same kind of feeling with the Corrado DC, but not as much. I mean, I just got it. I've just brought it out. So it's actually in very good condition right now. It won't be for long, but for right now it is. The DC part of it is actually working really well. Really well. For the price range, really well. Now, if you're gonna compare it to a higher end DC, obviously you spend a little bit more money, you're gonna get a little bit more quality as well. This, I wouldn't say is too far off from the Corrado. To be honest, not very far off at all. So if you're looking to get into the DC area, I would go with this guy to kind of bring you into the family, I guess, right? It's not too expensive. I think this retails for about, I think it was $280, and that's Canadian. So taxes all said and done, you're a little bit over $3, but that's all right. For a DC reel, that's really good. So far, I've been actually whipping as hard as I possibly can, and I haven't been getting a backlash. Now, not to say if I was to loosen a bunch of stuff up here and really let her fly, I probably could backlash this bad boy. But if you get the feel, if you get it just right and you play around with it a little bit, you're just pretty much set to go. You set it and forget it, just start casting. If you wanted to, you know, throw a little bit larger baits, obviously you gotta change your brakes and stuff like that around here. So far, so good. Just cranking casts out there, just loading up and whipping it. Just a little bit, but that was honestly a monster cast. And to be honest, I nearly spooled myself. That to be throwing out that far, and that was like really putting everything I had to into throwing that cast, which is totally unnecessary. That would have just exploded most people's reels, most non-DC reels. It goes to show me throwing at my max capacity, or bait caster, which is one of the most terrifying things to do with a bait caster, is you're most likely gonna backlash, especially into the wind. Phenomenal. Like just a little bit of line furred out and that was it. I was easy to pull it out and that was it. One more Big Daddy pump with a little bit of control. Let's see how she goes. Well, once again, let it hit the water. That's about how much line got twisted up. But for the casting ability, if I was actually paying attention to when my bait was gonna hit the water, then I would have known to put my thumb on it. Pretty good, guys. I mean, pretty good. Everything feels good, the gears feel good. Cranking her in there this hard, feels great. Has a lot of control. Feels pretty strong. Let's bust out one of those one more big bad boy casts. See if we can keep it. I'll pay attention to it to hit the water this time. Let's see what it does. Guys, not a single loop unwound. It's tight as ever on that thing. We are good to go, and that was just cranking it out there. And it goes forever. Oh, I just got a bump. Let's see if she comes back. I just felt that. It'll be the first fish on this reel. I'm sure we'll catch one. I'm just casting and just trying to put monster casts out there, figuring out this reel. So far, thumbs up. Not a problem. So you gotta mess around with it a little bit. Once you dial it in, there's one. Oh yeah, way out there. That's where the fish are hanging out, way out there. And if I didn't have this DC reel, I'd be having problems. Ski in there, pop you up. Yeah, there it is. Little Jimbo slice here. Woo! There it is. Pulled that guy from way out in the middle. Way out there. I wouldn't have been able to get there without my DC reel. There's a thumbs up for this bad boy one more time. All right, I'm loving it so far. Loving it. All right, guys, I had lots of time to fish this bad boy tonight. Absolutely super impressed. For the price range, you can't beat it. It's absolutely unreal. I can't believe Shimano is coming out with cheaper and more affordable DC reels like this for just anyone to come and pick up and try them out. Now, I mean, this could break into you getting into more of the DC realm and starting off with this guy and then working your way up higher into some nicer reels. But all in all, I'd say pretty badass reel, man. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. It allows me to get from the shore just that extra bit of distance that you really want. Fishing from a shore, sometimes like the wind's against you and whatnot, and you're always worried about using your bait caster, because you're just not gonna get the distance without backlashing like crazy. Today, proven wrong. You can definitely get the distance with the DC reel. You can crank on it. You could see, you saw a couple of those casts I was making. I was really hunkering down and whipping it out there, and this thing held up. I'd compare it to the DC Corrado. I'd say that it's pretty comparable. A little bit smoother with the Corrado. If I was to choose between the two, I'd think I'd be going with this guy if I wanted to save a few extra bucks. Definitely go with this guy. If you guys are ever looking at getting into a DC reel, this guy is a great reel to start with. Super affordable. Like I said, came in around just under or just over 300 bucks. That's Canadian. I don't know what it is in American. I didn't have any problems with spooling it out either. Like, I was kind of thinking, oh yeah, 150 is gonna be a little bit small, considering that it's allowing you to cast so much further. But I have 25-pound mono on here. It held up just great. I had no problems. It worked out amazingly. If you really want to save on like line or get more line onto this, I'd probably recommend putting on braid. This is all I had at the moment. Probably I'm gonna change the line out once I get into it, put some more versatile braid on there. Get the distance, the castability is longer with braid as well, and you'll get more line on your spool. But that being said, I did not spool myself with 25-pound mono on there, so it came pretty close though. That thing ripped in sword for a very long time. 2.5, 2.7 pound bass was the biggest one tonight. And the gearing system on this, it was butter. Silky smooth. I was really impressed with it. I did, by accident when I was reeling in that fish, loosen this a bit and cast it and then backlashed. So I'd recommend probably tighten it down a bit more than you would on your average bait casters. The DC is gonna do its job and it's just gonna really let that thing fly. So just crank it down a little bit, play with it a bit, find your sweet spot, and have fun, guys. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any questions, and throw them in the comments. If you want me to review anything else, or you want to know any more details later on, because I'm gonna be using this quite often from here on out, drop it in the old comment box. We'll catch you on the next one, guys. Stay fresh. It's the brand new, cheapest brand new, cheapest DC rail on the DC Karate. No, sorry. On the SLX Shimano DC reel.